Hi everyone, welcome to Mechanical Diaries YouTube channel. Today I'm going to explain about types of compressors from rotating equipments.
Don't skip the video, and don't forget to subscribe my channel and share with your friends.
First we'll know what is compressor and how is working.
Compressor used for transfer the feed from one end to another end by reducing the volume of the feed and increase the pressure. There are many types of compressors used in refinery for transfer the feed through pipelines. In this video, I will explain about the types of compressor and internal parts. Maybe this video will help you to attend the interview of rotating equipment's mechanic. So watch closely and don't forget to share with your friends. Let's start with types of compressor. In refinery, there are two types of compressors used for transfer the feed. First, it's a dynamic compressors, then positive displacement compressors. First, we'll start the family tree of dynamic compressor. Dynamic compressor have two types. One, it's a centrifugal, and another, it's an axial type compressor. Basically, centrifugal compressors have four types, and axial types have two types. First, we'll see the four types of centrifugal compressor. First, it's a barrel type, axial split, integral gear, and single-stage blower. Next, we'll move to axial type compressor. There are two types axial compressor only. One, it's a single stage, and another one, it's a multi-stage. I hope now everybody will know the family tree of dynamic compressor. Next, we'll see internal parts of the most common compressor from dynamic type. It's a multi-stage barrel type compressor. This kinds of compressor mostly used in hydrogen and more light gas process line. Barrel type compressor, it's a high rotation equipment. This compressor RPM, it's up to 4 to 45 MPa. It means around 15,000 RPM. We'll start the internal parts. First, suction and discharge nozzle, then crossover. There are two types of bearing will be used. One, it's a thrust bearing assembly, and another, it's a journal bearing assembly. Then rotor assembly. Rotor assembly have some internal parts. It's impeller, labyrinth seal, and diffuser. Then mechanical seal will be used for avoid the leakage from the rotor assembly. Please keep in your mind this is not only details of compressor, this is only basic details. There are many details will be uploaded in future. So please follow my channel continuously, because I will upload all types of compressors separately. How to dismantling and assembling, troubleshooting, overhauling, internal parts replacing. So, please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Now we'll see some basic troubleshooting of centrifugal compressor. If there is more vibration in centrifugal compressor, following issues may be a chance for compressor vibration. It's misaligned shaft, damaged coupling, damaged rotor, then bearing or seal damaged. This kinds of issues may be compressor will get vibration. If there is discharge pressure is low, maybe there is chance of leak in piping. Low suction pressure, then compressor not up to the speed means low RPM. These all for low discharge pressure issues. Next, we'll move to low lube oil pressures. There are four reasons for low lube oil pressure. One, it's low oil level, then incorrect pressure settings, lube oil pump failure, an oil filter or strainer choked. These are the four reasons for low lube oil pressure. Sometime bearing oil will get high temperature. There are five reasons for bearing oil will get high temperature. Restrictions in flow. Oil need to be changed. Bearing may be damaged. And water mix in oil. Then some fouling in oil cooler. These all the reason for bearing oil will get high temperature. Every pump and compressor have two machineries end. One, it's a driven end. Another, it's a drive end. In centrifugal compressor, if drive shaft misalignment, there are three reasons we can check. First, we have to check foundation, then foundation bolt, and pipeline strain. Maybe pipeline will pull the drive in by strain. These are the reason of drive shaft misalignment. Final, it's a water and oil system. There are four reason water will mix with oil system. One, before cooler tube leak. It means exchanger tube leak. Then condensation in oil receivers. Steam stracing leak. Last, sometime rainwater will fell down on the oil tank. Most of the interviewers will ask the questions from this details, so please watch and take notes. Maybe will help you for your interviews. We finished dynamic compressor details. Now we'll move to positive displacement compressor details. There is two types available. One, it's a rotary, and another one, it's a reciprocating compressor. Basically, rotary compressor have five types. It's rotary screw compressors, lobe compressor, liquid ring compressor, sliding vane compressor, then scroll compressor, and one more. Lobe compressor have two types. One, it's straight lobe compressor, and helical lobe compressor. These all the types of rotary compressors. Then we'll move to one of the most and common compressor. It's a reciprocating compressor. Reciprocating compressor have two types. One, it's a piston compressor, and another, it's a diaphragm compressor. Basically, piston compressor also have two types. One, it's a single and multi-stage piston compressor, and balanced and opposed type compressor. This is a basic details of rotating equipments from refinery. If you need more details about the compressor and pumps, please follow my channel. Let's start learn about reciprocating compressors. There are few differences between centrifugal and reciprocating. Centrifugal compressor are better for low pressure and high discharge operations because they work at a constant rate. But reciprocating compressor are more flexible than centrifugal compressor because reciprocating will work with changing pressure. It means no need constant pressure. We'll see internal parts of reciprocating compressor. Start from suction chamber, suction check valve, packing lubricant point, piston rod, gland packing, stuffing box, piston lubricant point, casing, hidden cylinder cooling jacketed, cylinder, cylinder head, piston ring, and radiator ring, discharge check valve. These all the parts of reciprocating compressor. Next, you can see internal parts with animation video. First, it's a frame, then crosshead gate. The crosshead is the part connecting the connecting rod and the reciprocating piston rod. It has the guiding function and bears the lateral force of the compressor. Then cylinder is used for cool down the temperature of the compressor during running. Then it's a crankshaft. Crankshaft is used for convert rotational motion into reciprocating motion. Because centrifugal, it's a rotational movement, but reciprocating, it's a front and back movement. In reciprocating compressor, two important bearing will be used. One, it's a big end bearing, and another, it's a small end bearing.
Big end bearing fixed with connecting rod and crankshaft. Small end bearing fixed with crosshead.
Crosshead used connect with connecting rod and piston rod. Piston rod have some packing for leak arresting. Then one of most important packing, its stuffing box. A stuffing box of a reciprocating compressor gland that compresses the packing used to seal the pumped fluid. It will not allow the fluid to leak outside. Then it's a suction valve. All feed will enter to the compressor via the suction valve. Please watch closely this video. You will know how reciprocating compressor working. Feed will enter from suction valve to piston, and after increase the pressure then will out through discharge valve. Please stay with me for more video about compressor overhauling like dismantling and assembling. Next we'll see the troubleshoot of reciprocating compressor. First we'll see if compressor not start. Possibility reason is may be MCC or switchgear problem, then low all pressure shutdown and no power of motor. If it's motor drive and permissive or interlock not satisfied. Second, it's noise on the cylinder. Maybe loose pistons, worn piston rings, piston striking cylinder head, then valve improperly sealed, then compressor get high discharge temperature, maybe high inlet temperature, leaking piston ring, wrong lube all flow rate, and intercooler fouling. Then, sometime pressure safety valve will be lifted. On that time you have to check, leaking suction valve on final stage, discharge line restricted, worn out ring on final stage. These all the reason for PSV lifting. Next, stuffing box leak or packing leak, we'll see what is a reason. Scored piston rod, and dirty in packing. Sudden pressure increase. That's a reason packing will get leak. Finally, we'll see frame knock. Maybe cold oil, low oil pressure, loose or worn crankpin, wrong oil in system. This all the reason for frame knock. Please subscribe my channel for more videos about refinery mechanical equipment's maintenance. Join with us and stay with Mechanical Diaries.